I'm Chrissy Powell from Penn State Extension. I help coordinate the Lehigh Valley Open Gate Farm Tours. Welcome to the Lehigh County Virtual Open Gate Farm Tour. 8 Oaks Farm Distillery is a veteran-owned and family-run business for over 5 years in New Tripoli, PA. 8 Oaks has a distillery, tasting room, and indoor and outdoor seating with beautiful farm and countryside scenery. 8 Oaks works with local farmers from Newhart Farms and about 50 acres to plant, grow, and harvest corn, wheat, rye, and barley to craft their spirits. Once crops are harvested and stored in grain bins, distillers can then access these crops on site for processing. Here, the 8 Oaks crew is working with rye specifically for processing. The grains get augered and ground down to flour to turn into mash, and from there get cooked and fermented with yeast to start the alcohol process. The fermented mash is then pumped into the pot still for multiple rounds of distillation depending on the spirit being crafted. Here, 8 Oaks Bourbon is working on final distillation processes through the whiskey column. The final condensed liquids with the desired proof for spirits will then be unloaded and then transferred into wooden barrels for desired aging. The distillers monitor the quality throughout all of these processes. Once properly aged, the different flavors of bourbon, rye whiskey, vodka, and gin spirits are bottled to sell on site and at other local markets. Here, one of the many delicious signature cocktails is being made and garnished with all of the fixings for the perfect refreshment. There are usually at least 10 different cocktails on the menu at the distillery at any one time depending on the season. Thanks for visiting 8 Oaks Farm Distillery. Hideo Hollow Farm is a bicentennial crop and produce farm in Germansville, PA that is operated in many business sectors by the Fink family. The main farm site has an egg room market where Mike Fink's produce, local eggs, and other local goods are sold. The Fink family uses innovative state-of-the-art equipment to perform various functions in their farming operations. There are 892 solar panels on site that produce 90% of the main farm's power. The Fink family grows and harvests over 800 acres of corn, 400 acres of soybeans, and 2,300 acres of hay from their Lehigh County as well as northern Podron County farms for various types of customers and uses. Hideo Hollow's top specialty crop is hay. The Fink family works out in the fields to produce large square bales to then use for further modern hay processing. The Finks take the large square bales and put them through a special hay dryer to reach optimum moisture for quality. Heated air is inserted into the hay bales through long spikes in which 4 bales can be dried at one time in 20-minute cycles. After drying, the large hay bales are then rebaled into 3 different sizes of double compressed bales. Here, an employee is operating the compressor to make the desired bale sizes to properly package and load to ship to different customers. Other specialty hay products include chopped and bagged hay and small hay brick products like these bricks of hydration hay that are especially popular for horses while traveling. Mike Fink's top specialty crops include 100 acres of sweet corn that are sold to large wholesale customers like Giant and Trader Joe's, and are also sold locally with other products at the Water Wheel Market. 135 acres of snap beans are another product that the Fink family grows and gets custom harvested. 300 acres of pumpkins are also wholesaled to large customers like Aldi and Walmart too. Here, the youngest generation of Finks are out cutting pumpkins off of the vines, much like these that were picked and stacked for hauling to the shipping containers by the seasonal fieldwork employees. Here, the Fink family is working to pack gourd assortment boxes for another wholesale customer, another one of the various fall-time jobs on the farm. Thanks for visiting Hideo Hollow Farm and Mike Fink's Produce. Wholesome Food Farm is a second-generation grass-fed livestock operation with a small farm market in Albertus, PA. Bill and Pam Mosley have 25 acres with 8 pastures and paddocks where they raise 2 alpacas and 3 sheep for pets, alongside around 25 head of Black Angus cattle that they raise for butcher each year. The Mosleys purchase young cattle from another grass-fed beef operation nearby and from there raise them on their land. The cattle are rotated around the pastures throughout the year and are also fed with dry hay when the pastures aren't providing much grass. Visitors to Wholesome Food Farm can take a wagon ride through the special nature trail to then see the beautiful mountainside scenery with the cattle grazing in front of it and taking frequent trips to the water stock tanks. In addition to the cattle, the Mosleys also raise pastured Cornish cross broiler chickens for butcher. The chickens are raised in this coop from chicks to full-grown birds throughout 3 cycles per season during the warmer months at Wholesome Food Farms. The coop is designed to be moved periodically throughout the pasture so the chickens can always have access to fresh grass. Free-range chickens are also raised to lay eggs in a coop on the farm too. Visitors can be greeted by Hank the dog while shopping in the on-site store for various local goods and Wholesome Food Farm meats. The grass-fed beef and pastured chicken is available for sale at the store, online, and also at a few other local markets. Thanks for visiting Wholesome Food Farm.